to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast, one and all. It's Brian. Kevin here is... Let me start that again, sorry.
Kevin is here, but guess who's not here? Joe's not here, and the crowd goes wild. Actually, you know what? Yeah. I'm turning over a new leaf, and I will not disparage Joe this entire podcast. I will not say one negative thing. You want to bet? I will bet you $1,000, Brian, that I will not say a bad thing about Joe on this podcast.
Are you 100% sure you want to do that?
I am 100% sure.
Is that making fun of Joe?
No. Will not say. No, I'm saying I'm 100% sure I will not make fun of Joe on this podcast.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Well, Kev, you and I got to hold him to it. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
I look forward to seeing if it happens.
So yeah, it's just the three of us here, and we've got some fun things to talk about. You know, last week, guys, of course, was the weekend bonanza of All In and 3 WWE shows. So this past weekend, TNA kind of had the spotlight all to themselves. So we're doing something rare. We're talking TNA wrestling first and foremost. That doesn't usually happen. I'd say 2/3 of the time we record the podcast on Thursdays when their weekly show is on, so it just doesn't really fit for us. But Slammiversary was Sunday night and a very big show, specifically having the largest crowd ever, I think, in TNA history, is what I was told. 7,600 fans at the UBS Arena in New York City. I got to watch most of it. Jay got to watch some, I believe.
I have watched it all, with the exception of the main event. I know we're going to get into all the stuff. I just want to say I thought two things stood out to me. AJ Styles. Retro music.
Mm-hmm.
Crowd singing his song.
Yeah, that was great.
The only thing missing is if he'd had that short haircut like Kev has. Oh, man, I love that. And I am not afraid to admit it. I actually agree with this, that AJ Francis is the best big man in the game. What he did in that ladder match was bonkers. He was on Ariel Helwani's show on Monday, and he was saying because when he was a kid, he loved Jeff Hardy. And here he is as an adult in a match with Jeff Hardy that was a ladder match. He goes, there's no way I'm not going to show out. And that's exactly what he did. I got nervous when he threw off the top rope and he landed, like his legs went first into the ladder.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like
that was nasty.
Oh, I was worried like a broken leg or a broken nutsack or something.
Yeah.
Woof. But yeah, AJ Francis and AJ Styles, boy, that was great stuff.
Big night for AJ's. Yes.
I loved it. And
then when they went off the air, AJ Lee came out and did a surprise. No, I'm kidding.
No, she didn't.
He also did a moonsault off almost the top of the ladder too. So yeah, he went all out. That was
best
awesome.
Big man in the game, AJ Francis. Clip that.
Also on Ariel was Eric Bischoff.
Oh yeah.
And they talked about TNA, and Eric on his podcast has had a lot of, like many people, saying like, I don't like this about AEW. I don't like that about AEW. And they brought up Slammiversary and how they had this huge crowd, and they certainly have a lot of momentum. And he said he believes that TNA could retake AEW as the number 2 promotion within the next year. I think caveat being even their president Carlos Silva saying like, we're working on a TV deal. Okay, so you kind of have to imagine what that looks like too. But Jay, your reaction, because I certainly saw a lot of people kind of yaying and naying on how that went.
I mean, look, I don't think he's wrong. I think what TNA is doing, AEW is not. And what I mean by that is from everything I've heard about TNA's locker room, they are all on the same page. They are there to put out a quality product, create great content, and more importantly, not worry about what the others are doing.
Yeah.
I don't see AEW being like, I don't know anything, but like Could you see the Young Bucks hanging out with Brody King after? No, I can't. But I could see Moose hanging out with Brian Myers and even Cardona. There is just something about this TNA locker room presentation. All of it's not a me against the world. It's TNA against everybody kind of thing. And yeah, they get a good deal. They could be the number 2 in quality. I'll go quality of the product. Everyone's bitching about, Trick's the TNA champ, and now JC Jane's the women's champ. This is all by plan. It has to be in effort to get the TV deal. And what I mean by that is simple.
Fair, yeah.
You're a TNA executive and you're going to, I don't know, Amazon or not Max, Paramount, some streamer. We'll say streaming first. Well, hey, while yes, and NXT people are champs right now, but that just means that our talent's going to be on their shows, and our show is going to get mentioned, and your network's going to get mentioned on NXT and WWE programming. It's a win for everyone, and it's a multi-year partnership. Now, I know it. People, I say it every week. The fucking For You on Twitter are the worst motherfuckers on the planet. The idiot wrestling community, they suck. They don't know what they're talking about. And what we have here is an opportunity that TNA has taken full advantage of the partnership to get more eyes on their product and, more importantly, to get a big deal. Not even a big deal, a medium-sized TV deal.
Any deal.
And can you imagine if TNA is live every week?
Right.
That's huge for everybody involved. And more importantly, when wrestling is live, when there are surprises, and TNA, I think, is the king of surprise wrestling, like wrestling surprises. There's more there, more debuts, more returns than there are on the others. I am all in. I have flown the TNA flag for years on this show.
Yeah.
And I love it. I absolutely love it.
And you think they wouldn't make the mistakes of the past, because you remember when they went live back in the Spike TV days, they went head to head with Raw.
Well, because that's
not
Hulk
gonna
Hogan.
happen. Exactly.
That's Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff thinking it's fucking 1995.
Right. They won't make that mistake again. You would have to think, we're going to have our own time. We're going to be our own network, separate from anything else, especially that you have a WWE partnership. You're not going to go head to head with them. That wouldn't make any sense. So I think there's an opportunity there. It's tough for me to say in a year, and it's not so much I think TNA probably will continue to grow. But I don't see AEW kind of, dipping more. I think Tony's enough of a guy that he's going to keep them pretty positioned strong. So I wouldn't take that bet of we're talking in 365 days going wow, TNA is on fire. AEW barely can sell out a building.
Why not? Why not?
I get it's more of a AEW playing defense, if you want to. I'm trying to use that analogy of their quality. I don't see at the level they're at now. I don't think what TNA is going to do is overtaking them. So unless AEW's quality dips and it hasn't been where it was maybe in its peak a couple of years ago. But I think they're kind of on an okay level. They've kind of pushed forward with the Hangman title after the Death Riders thing. I don't see them losing ground so much as I see TNA continuing to rise. Kev, there's a lot to take in there, buddy. So the floor sure. We kind of covered a lot.
let me start my clock.
Exactly. Welcome to the show.
I think TNA has a nice niche in the market right now. I think in Jay mentioned, you can get a beer with Myers and Moose. That's the thing, because I feel like the TNA roster doesn't have the massive egos. You mentioned Hogan back in the day, and TNA wanted to go head to head. Egos. AEW is firmly going to be number 2. I think for multiple years, until they get too big headed, and then you're going to see people leave. And WWE might not want to pick them up, might be a logical source, for the talent to go to potentially TNA as well. I think they found the very comfortable niche, and I think they're going to stay like that. In the big crowd, that's nice. That's not just, their official talent. That's several NXT or WWE affiliate wrestlers left, right? Joined the TNA family. It's got NXT under the WWE banner now being on that. So it's like, if it was only, say, straight TNA, would they have gotten that many people? Maybe, but maybe not.
Right.
Helping get those numbers for TNA shows the partnership's working. If the titles are on their people or NXT's roster, in my eyes, doesn't matter, because now with NXT having champ, TNA having nothing, now you're going to see people chasing those titles on NXT's programming, and the chase means so much more. So the person who's actually going to beat Trick, or the person who's going to beat JC Jane, you are going to have a skyrocket on your back to now be the best player you can possibly think of from TNA. I love it that right now, I really didn't think JC Jane was going to win. I didn't.
I think that was a popular thought, Kev.
But it's great.
Yes.
When you think about it, it's awesome, because now, is it going to be Slamovich? Maybe. Maybe it'll be someone we don't know. Maybe it will be a diamond in the rough.
Tessa or Indy Hartwell. They've got a lot of
it could
great
be,
rockers.
It literally could be anybody, but the person who's going to beat her is going to be put onto that level of TNA that I think hasn't even been seen before. And I feel like the knockouts are to a different level anyway, or the women. So
they always have.
That's going to be
TNA knockout division has always been top notch, regardless of what era.
Kudos to whoever wins that. Trick, TBD, because there's a lot of good guys too, but the women, whoever beats JC, I feel like that's who I'm more excited to see down the road.
Well, what I loved on NXT this week, JC came out and she goes, "Look, none of you thought I was going to be here. You thought I was going to be a transition champ, and I run women's wrestling now." And that's awesome. I love that that's the way it went down. I do think there was a miss by TNA. I would have had all the guns from TNA attack NXT. Now, maybe that could happen down the road, but look, 2 weeks ago, the system showed up to defend TNA. Now the system are heels on TNA, but they're TNA. So that's the thing that I love about it. I do think there was a miss this week on NXT by not having the TNA people there, but it's so good. And I am most proud that Brian actually is watching TNA now.
Yeah, I mean, when Trick won the title, that got me, really interested on a higher level. So that speaks to the partnership working. I think Trick is just probably a top 10 of my favorite of right now.
So good.
He cut a great when Monday Night Raw in the international markets doesn't have commercials. And they show those in arena promos. There's usually 2 or 3 that kind of come out online for the international markets. And he cut one. He cut one on Undertaker on Monday, and he said something. He's like, "You." What did he say? Something like, "Grandpa, you act like your knees don't hurt," or something like that. It was really good. I can't remember what exactly it was, but
I don't know if you saw. But on NXT, the Undertaker showed up cosplaying the Edge from U2.
Did he have the glasses?
He looked exactly like the Edge.
Okay.
I do think it was kind of whack that the Undertaker hit Trick with the choke slam.
Yeah.
I'm wondering
I don't know what the payoff is there, but yeah.
One more match?
I don't mind it.
NXT?
He never had a last match in the ring.
What if Undertaker goes against Trick for the TNA title
and wins?
Don't think about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some crazy type deals where maybe and he called himself an OG. I thought that was pretty cool. But all 3 of us have been to an AEW event. All three of us have been to a WWE event. All three of us have been to a GCW event. All of us have been to a plethora. And we can honestly say it's great to say we've all been to TNA events over the years and we've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing. So
I was literally there a month ago.
Right.
I was literally there about 18 years ago.
As I think.
You know what? It's been a hot minute. But
Okay.
but it gets me excited that, if it comes around like to my area, like heck yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
Because the nice thing is Brett likes to go where he knows people and he would know half the roster.
Right.
So that's the nice thing.
So go ahead, Jay.
After the show on Sunday, the way TNA does their shows, they have their show, and then you can buy meet and greet opportunities. The Hardys were there until 3:00 in the morning.
Right. Insane.
This is every time they do a show, their meet and greets last until the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's crazy that in 2025, I actually care about the Hardys.
Right.
I have never.
We've kind of come around.
Yeah.
I am blown away by that. But look, man, this is all new for everybody involved. Fans, the wrestlers. I love it. I am just.
So Jay, you haven't watched the main event, but I'm sure you know what happens. And
right.
So there's a couple questionable things that came out of the pay-per-view that I think most of the show was generally pretty well received. There's definitely a couple of TNA, what are you doing? That they almost have that like PTSD from like past TNA where like Jeff Hardy came down drunk against Sting and whatever else happened. So the main event was Trick Williams, Joe Hendry, Mike Santana. And this was in New York, Santana hometown. And he got the Jey Uso entrance of through the crowd with all the people. He had a rapper rapping his theme song. It really felt to me like, and I think a lot of people, this should be the crowning moment. And it didn't happen. Trick faked a knee injury. He was like off camera for like 5 minutes being attended to, and then he snuck in and got a pin. And I think people went, whoa, that's a bit of a missed opportunity. I know they keep promoting like their WrestleMania is Bound for Glory.
Yep.
That's in October. I wonder, it'll be really interesting. I think it naturally would make sense that they maybe do a one-on-one Trick and Santana. But there's always that thing of like, is the moment gone? Because to me, that certainly seemed like the moment that everybody would have just exploded. The biggest crowd in your history, hometown guy, and they didn't pull the trigger.
Well, Brian, I think this is what I was getting back to earlier. Having NXT people as your champions might help secure that TV deal.
And that's more than fair.
Get the TV deal, and then you have Mike Santana win, which is crazy because 2 years ago, he was just some tag team wrestler.
Absolutely. Yep.
And look at what this guy's at. He's going to be on WWE sooner than later.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Just like
really
Jordan Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Hendry's going to be after Santana. And this one and that one and this. Like, it's. I think that they did what they did. One, because they wanted to do this Undertaker thing with Trick. And I think it's to help get that team. I might be way off, but, I've seen enough wrestling in my day to, know a little about a little. So.
Yeah.
I wasn't way off on the on my prediction or my guess. It was 19 years ago. I looked.
Oh, okay.
October 2006. And Bound for Glory is announced. Yeah, it's going to be in Lowell, however you pronounce that.
Massachusetts.
Yeah. Yep.
Road trip.
Me and you head back to Massachusetts again, Jay. Who'd have thunk it?
I just told some of that story recently.
Sweet.
Long story short, I just met Brian. He says, hey, I have to go to Boston and pick up my sister. Do you want to go? Sure. We listen to radio air checks of ourselves the whole way up. Then we go drink at a piano bar. Brian took his shirt off. I ended up in the hallway of his sister's dorm in my underwear. And we drove home 10 hours and I was hungover the next day. Story ended.
That was a long story short. Great job. That really was it. Wow. Fantastic. So the other thing that I think people had a lot of like, ooh, what are we doing here? So the tag team ladder match, the Hardys win. and out comes Bully Ray. And he basically says, well, there it is.
Nobody wants to see this.
Devon wasn't there. The crowd was chanting, "Where is Devon?" And but so they set it up for Bound for Glory, Team 3D, Hardy's One Last Dance sort of thing. Yeah, what's the temperature, Jay? You're already. Yeah.
Devon, we're recording on Wednesday. Just a little heads up here, so there won't be any real AEW talk. Devon was on Chris Van Vliet's show today. Apparently, he was in some rough shape, health-wise.
Right.
He had some surgeries. He spent some time with DDP, and this will be his final match.
Yeah.
I don't care. And this has nothing to do with the Jack and Coke incident. Like, this is... Nobody wants to see this. Do either of you want to see this? Because it's not going to be what it was 20 years ago.
No, I could do without it. This was not on my bucket list of like, I hope they have one more match together. It's just not for me. But I'll still check it out if I can.
Again, I'm in with the Hardys. Wore that Jeff Hardy shirt last week. I'm in. But this,
Okay, Kev,
I'd watch it.
Okay.
I would rather
throwing up the 3D.
It's the nostalgia factor. Both teams are decently old. I feel like Devon will probably have to take a back seat a lot of the match, right? So it's just like, will it be short? Will it be
under
long?
10?
Are they going to have to throw in another team to like kind of throw in some pace? That's probably what it needs to truly have. Like,
let's play that game, Kevin. Let's play that game.
Yep.
Because I have my pick of who I would want it to be. Motor City Machine Guns.
There you go. Honestly, that would be
TNA team.
TNA legends.
Yep.
Perfect.
If you're going to throw another team in, which I think you almost have to, but they James Storm is around. Bobby Roode's not really wrestling. I mean, it'd be a fun pop. That would be the nostalgia kick right there.
The old beer money. Yeah.
I mean, look, the Good Brothers are floating around out there. There's a lot of teams that could be involved with this, but if they're hesitant on Hardyz versus 3D, that could be a bathroom break.
So yeah, that should be down at Bound for Glory. And you mentioned it quickly earlier, Jay. AJ Styles returning was a super cool moment, and as I put it, a feel-good moment,
a phenomenal moment.
Yes, well said.
What if AJ wins the title from Trick?
Cool.
That would be cool.
That's fun. I think crowd would pop big for that. I'm fine with that. But it came across really well. He put over the new champ of the X Division, Leon Slater. And it was a cool welcome back moment that got me thinking, like, what's some of your favorite feel good moments that have happened in wrestling? Mine, off the top of my head, number one was Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels reuniting on Raw, hugging it out after all the bullshit from Montreal and everything in between. That was the top of my list there, guys. Who's got one?
You know, I liked the blanking. Oh, when John Cena got hurt and returned at the Rumble, and also when Triple H got hurt and then came back to the Madison Square Garden crowd to announce he was back for the Rumble, like those injury returns. And I'm sure that I know that's not the exact same thing you're talking about, Brian, but
it just still puts a smile on your face, man. Yeah,
even Sting's retirement, got the match,
I almost thought about Sting's debut at the Survivor Series. That was kind of like in my head too, of like that. Because I
predicted it 12 years prior.
You were a tad early.
Like Cody finishing his story has to be up there.
That's a good one.
Miss Elizabeth coming to rescue Macho Man and hugging and kissing.
Oh yeah,
that's always a good one.
Oh, I have one more. That time that I picked Roman Reigns to defeat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, that was a really feel-good moment for me.
Oh, terrible.
And we're still hearing about it.
Oh, one more. The time Sami Zayn beat Gunther at WrestleMania 40. Yeah. That was another good feel-good moment.
Not for me or Kev, shockingly.
For me. Well, not about you. You said, what is a feel-good moment?
Well, exactly, I did predict Carlito would return to Fastlane. Let's not forget
also
that. I was there.
That was a feel-good moment. That crowd, that was... Carlito got a legit top 5 pop of all time when he came out of Backlash. Exactly. It was like that was like God had come down from the sky in Puerto Rico to beat up the Judgment Day.
See,
it was so good. I love that whole match with Bad Bunny and Priest.
The Bad Bunny was awesome.
Love that. All right, so let's move on to just a little interesting note from earlier in the week. WWE is returning to showing, at least for SummerSlam, in movie theaters. And this is something, cool. AEW's done, I think, quite a bit. And we've talked about it here on the show, how, back in the day, we'd all be at Buffalo Wild Wings for the pay-per-views and everything. And that kind of experience has kind of lost since the network and Peacock and everything else. So, I mean, I certainly had a little bit of confusion on this because it's like, well, I already got Peacock. I'm already paying for Peacock. So what? And I looked up, it's like $25 a ticket. I'm presuming that's for one night of SummerSlam. I think it's for night 1 or for night 2. So it'd be $50 if you wanted to watch the whole show. And I think, Kev, you were in the corner with me, and Jay, you were kind of like, I don't know, this seems really cool.
It's about the experience. That's all. Yes, I understand the apprehension, but, watching pay-per-view at home's cool. Watching in a crowd's better. And look, if it's a one-time thing, sure. I mean, look, the theater by my house, they show UFC pay-per-view.
Okay, yeah, that's still a thing, I think.
That is more cost efficient than WWE because UFC pay-per-views are now $80, and I'm the sucker that buys them 9 out of 10 times.
And you already have to have the ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus, that's another $11.
Whatever, yeah. So, man, oh man.
At the movies, $15.
Yeah.
You can go get popcorn, soda, your candy, your sizzling fajita tray that'll be delivered to your seat. Not making that up. For under $80. I have yet to do it at the theater yet, just because life is busy. But I am all in for this only because it's about the experience for me. Yeah. It's not going to be every pay-per-view, but the big ones, sure.
Kev, I want your take on it, and I wonder too. Do you think that's something that Brett would enjoy? I didn't know if he's a guy that you've taken him to the movie theaters and he likes that experience too. And if he would go wow, that sounds really cool to do that.
So back in the day, excuse me, when I would go to Celebration Cinema.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe it wasn't Celebration. Maybe it was NGC. In Lansing, you can go watch them for $5 back in the day. I saw New Year's Revolution there, Taboo Tuesday, several WWE pay-per-views back in the day. And it was $5.
Yeah.
25 is kind of pricey to me.
Sure.
Especially if you take Brett, then it gets to 50. Maybe for a one-time experience to kind of be there, and experience. But me personally, I think it would be almost a one and done. Yeah. If I went once, I don't think I would ever go a second time. But I am a sucker for movie theater popcorn.
They will have that there.
They would have that there.
That would bring a new term to this is a popcorn match. You've heard that term before? It's a popcorn match. I got to get going. But the thing is, it's a thing, Jay.
The bigger thing is if it's $25, when you really think about it, the only place I would go to watch movies are the reclining chairs nowadays.
Oh, anyway. You
get really comfy.
Every theater has those now.
5 hours. When you think about a real ticket, $15, $16 on a Friday night, you could be paying $18. So 25, when you in perspective, isn't terrible.
All that popcorn talk. Sorry, I didn't mean to end the meeting. I just meant to take myself off camera. So, popcorn wrestling, go.
So the one thing too, it's coming. There's only one or two of these right now, but it's that Cosm. I know WWE is promoted. That's where like they're going to show the PLEs, and it's like the IMAX on steroids.
It's like mini sphere, is what it is.
Yes. Yeah, so I think that's something that's supposed to come to Detroit. I think early 2026, and I'm going to have to go.
Right.
I think it's going to be.
That's a trip. We're all coming to Detroit for something.
I think. Yeah, I heard from a friend because they have one in Dallas and a friend.
LA.
Yeah, Dallas and LA. A coworker was down in Dallas and was going to watch like college football playoffs, and him and his buddies did. And I think it is pretty pricey to get a table and reserve, but like at least for the one-time experience, because just the videos that you see on your phone and on the computer, you're like, oh my god, like you're practically there. It seems like. So
yeah,
I'll be keeping an eye on that, but yeah, I'll be very curious to see if this is a thing that continues and if people take advantage of the movie thing, because yeah, it's not like UFC. It's not like AEW where like, oh, I get a value by doing this. Well, you know, you're actually paying more than probably what you're already paying for Peacock to watch it.
So Brian, you know, for the first 7 years of the WWE network, you didn't pay.
Right, fair.
Would you have paid to go do it? Just even if it's just once.
Yeah, I think so. I think just once. Absolutely. If it was the right show, if it wasn't, you know, Backlash, a Mania or something like a B level. But yeah, WrestleMania, a SummerSlam, I'd certainly consider that.
I mean, a B level would probably be easier because not as many people would.
Yeah.
It's a B level, but whatever. I think it's cool. I would do it for the experience, but I get why others would not.
Yeah. Any final word on movies, SummerSlam, Kev?
Nope.
I have a movie take. Go see F1 if it's still in theaters.
Oh, with Brad Pitt.
So good. And then this
good?
weekend, it's fucking amazing. And I know nothing about F1. And then this weekend, Fantastic Four is coming out.
Yes.
Brian, that's a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
But you don't need to know much Marvel, Brian.
I don't know. Yeah, but I mean
to go into it because they're the first family.
Yeah, it's
like,
a weird.
There's not much before them to like. If you go into like a Captain America first, so
yeah,
an Avengers film, you got to watch about 22 films prior.
Right.
This is an example of you don't need to know anything. Characters, you'll understand it. Plus, it's like, is it made in like the 60s? Is that
I don't know. Anything.
I don't know what era. It just looks absolutely amazing. And the guy Eddie from Stranger Things, he's Human Torch. Pedro, can never pronounce his last name correctly. He's one of them.
Pascal, that's hard.
Oh, it's just Pascal. No, that's not that hard. It looks so good.
I purposely don't know anything about it, and I don't want to do that. I'm probably going to go check it Saturday. It's weird. The new thing at movie theaters is the popcorn bucket. Have you guys seen this?
Yes.
Yeah,
they're themed.
But like
for Fantastic Four, it's a Galactus bucket. Now, Brian, he is this monster who has a huge fucking head, bigger than mine, and he has these weird things that stick out that I don't have. Like, and then I've seen like Happy Gilmore. Apparently, it's a beaver.
Yeah,
funny. The animal. And you eat the popcorn out of its butt. Like, there's just so many weird ass popcorn buckets. If you Google it, it's just the new thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to check out Fantastic Four on Saturday.
Nice. It reminded me about Happy Gilmore 2 with MJF and Becky Lynch is in there. So
Eminem.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Bad Bunny.
That's probably Bad Bunny's in there too.
Oh yeah,
he's
the caddy.
Okay.
Watch the trailer. You'll see. I didn't realize
you have Netflix, Brian. There's no
excuse. I'll be watching. I'll watch it on Friday. I think it comes out Friday, right?
Be a good dad. sit down and make your 9-year-old watch Happy Gilmore with you. There's so many moments where we watched it with Brett.
Oh, okay.
And right off the bat, when he's doing like the humping with the broomstick or the nightstick,
Yeah, I don't know.
Brett's like laughing, and I'm just like, oh
You're
yeah, I
not
forgot
selling me
about
here,
some
Kev.
of this, and then continuously, but it's so funny. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it stands the test of time because there's after that Sandler made a few Jack and Jill type ones, right?
No,
But
that was the beginning. Then it was
no, that's what I'm saying.
Billy
Later
Madison.
down the road, he made a couple boo-boo ones.
Oh, he made some awful ones, but I actually remember Adam Sandler as the stud boy from Remote Control.
Oh my God, there it is.
That was his first gig, and then
That's
SNL,
right.
of course. Yeah,
Love Remote Control.
I did too. There's actually a Nintendo game.
Oh yeah,
and I have it on my device. I don't think it's on the one I gave you.
I don't think
but
so.
It might be. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So
Oh,
just
so cool.
lots of movie talk, and this is wrestling related because MJF is a big role.
That's right.
He's one of the sons, so that's pretty exciting for him. He's doing press this week, and I keep seeing that he's on Busted Open, but I cannot find the audio. Now they're saying that it's the full audio comes out Friday.
That's what I thought I saw. Yeah, they just been doing teaser clips, and Friday they'll do.
He talked shit on Goldberg because LaGreca brought up the Goldberg thing because Jewish, and yeah. So Happy Gilmore too, Brian. No excuses.
Yes, no, that'll be watched before the weekend for sure. Let's get into Monday Night Raw. I admittedly didn't see a ton, but I know it was headlined by the Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman back and forth, and I know we've led into now at SummerSlam. It is Roman and Jey Uso versus the Braun and Bronson show.
The Bronsters,
the
Braun Stars, the Bronster Factory.
What do we think? How did it go down? Jay, I know you especially have been a Roman's not doing it for me how he did as the tribal chief. How did it play out for you?
You know, he called Paul Heyman a dumbass, and he's no longer the wise man. So dumbass is what he's referring to Paul Heyman as. I've seen it online. And the challenge happened to him when he was on the treadmill.
Yes.
Like, it didn't happen in the ring.
Right.
So I mean, I have not thought about my picks yet for next week. So, I'll have to put some serious thought into this one. But no, I mean, it is what it is. Look, Heyman propositions Roman to come join them since Seth is out.
Oh.
And then Braun just took the mic. I did not like that Roman called him son. Better step back, son.
Braun? He called? Okay.
So I didn't like that. I'm like, come on, man, this is going to be the next big guy. And even he acknowledged it. Roman even said, "You're going to be the man around here, but right now you're not."
Yeah.
It was a good segment. I really liked it. It's just the challenge happened on the treadmill, and we have 3 shows to build, technically 2 for sure. We don't know who's going to be on SmackDown, but it is what it is. They got to do something with him. With Seth out, they need Roman back, even though Roman should be on Fridays, but whatever. Nobody knows about the
correct. But that tag match doesn't really need much of a build. That's the beautiful thing. If it was a one-on-one match and they threw that for SummerSlam, I'd be pissed. Because those two, kudos to Braun.
So good.
Roman and Braun, right in the middle of the ring with that microphone. A couple weeks ago, he was throwing his promo. He's not voiced it in crack, but you can see got in his head a little bit. You see Bronson in the back, patting down, basically like, slow down. Monday night, he killed it. So good. Face to face with Roman. Roman's chilling back. Roman, I didn't hear anything you said. So you haven't seen any of it, Bri.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Barely. Yeah, I saw a quick snippet. That's it.
That part I didn't really like because I was like, okay, Roman, you're better than that. Throw in some good stuff. Don't undermine him too much. But at the end, I don't want to throw it away, but I'm gonna or spoil it. He was like, I didn't understand one word you were saying. I didn't hear you. And he here, use this mic, and then he got him with the Superman punch. I thought the little jabs at Heyman, I really, really enjoyed because Heyman is the best way of looking like, the evil guy with his face, but then he shows so much compassion. Like he really is.
He gets a hard on for Roman.
He literally is best actor in WWE. Like one of those guys where he could play any role and you believe on his face. Not like I'm gonna go be emotional guy. But I'm tough, like Hogan in the Dungeon of Doom, right? Acting like that, bad. Heyman with his facial, like he's just so good. The whole segment, I really thought was. I'll give it an A. Nothing deserves an A plus. Usually in my eyes, I give it an A just because of the pop that Roman got.
There is a funny moment in the promo where Roman says something basically that Heyman's a scumbag, and Braun goes, "Paul Heyman's never turning on me."
Oh, Braun, you haven't watched the product enough. But
yeah,
okay.
I mean that was cool. I mean, look, if they're gonna make Braun be the guy, okay.
Yeah,
Bronson Reed, the backup, trying to calm him down, but it was a good segment. The Gunther CM Punk thing was an interesting one too, because Gunther dropped a saying that no one's ever heard of before. "I'll drop you like a wet blanket."
Yeah, what's that? I haven't heard that before.
No idea. I actually have the results.
Maybe wet towel, like if you went to the pool,
you're a wet rag is like you're boring. Yeah. But drop you like a wet towel. Anyway, Sheamus and Rusev had a badass match. Mm-hmm. Love that. And whatchamacallit? LWO is the number one contenders for the tag titles.
I didn't even know they were supposed to be in that match. And so I
forgot that they were even there.
Yeah. Cool.
There was a fun segment with Lyra and Becky. And then Bayley shows up because somehow Bayley got her and Lyra a tag title match.
Yeah.
But they're not partners. But it was what I loved about it was Becky, and it was Becky and Lyra. And it was Bayley, Becky, and Lyra. And then it was Lyra and Bayley in the ring. They went to commercial. Judgment Day came out for their tag match, ladies. It was a really cool segment.
And what did they add? They added a stipulation for SummerSlam.
Is it a
is it like if Lyra loses, she can't win the title again?
Right.
If Lyra loses, she cannot challenge Becky while Becky is the current champ.
Okay.
Yep.
But is it a no DQ or there's?
Yeah, so
Bayley will definitely.
It is I don't know. Karrion Kross was on the show, but no intro. That sucked. And Sammy. And
no DQ match. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Bayley will get in there.
I wonder. I mean, we'll play the game next week, but like I hear that and see that, and I know there's a lot of other big stuff on the card, but like that could get at least, I would say, a smidge of consideration for like main eventing night one. With how like that's been the women's feud of the year to me.
Well, that's a good one, but what is that? It's a triple threat. Io, Rhea, and
Naomi. Yeah. There's probably other matches. That's another one. But I just say that's how good this is. So
I told for the last couple of weeks I've been singing Lyra's praises. Yeah. Like just the leveling up week after week after week, working with these top talents is great shit. Yeah, so good.
All right, love it all, and then. Just one quick thing on NXT, because we've already touched a little bit with the TNA relationship, and it's more that Trick Undertaker segment, and I don't know if it's I don't know. Usually I don't mind the old retired wrestling legend coming back and like squashing the guy. So I don't know if I'm just having like the bias because I am a big Trick Williams fan. And don't feel like coming off the TNA title victory at the pay-per-view and everything else that like there's no payoff there. I don't think I would have done it, guys. I know it was like a LFG promotion thing, like that's how it all got started. Like, you disrespected my LFG team, Tricky, whatever he said.
If you're gonna get quote unquote, because you're looking at it as maybe like buried him a little bit. Mm-hmm. Is that how you're looking at it? But it's the Undertaker. If anything, you're getting someone talking about it, right? In a situation, you can get punched by say if it was Ethan Page, that would look bad, even if Ethan Page is the North American champ.
Canadian North American champion. He debuted the new belt.
Right.
It was a very the belt looks cool. The belt looks
if you're
very
Canadian,
cool.
you love it.
If you're Canadian
theme, I thought it looked pretty cool. I think Undertaker just coming out basically saying, watch your mouth, right? Respect type thing.
This has to be a match or it's useless.
It has to be. It has to be a match.
Not sure how, not sure when, not sure where. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I know they want the cross promotion, but
yeah,
I'm not watching LFG again. I
wins
gave
Bash
up
at the beach, or wins Halloween Havoc.
Hopefully in late October, I would hope. Yeah. Traditionally, it might be. But yeah, all right. I'm glad we're all kind of on the same page there.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not a fan of it, but whatever. He's there.
Yeah.
We can get one more. And, that NXT ramp ain't that long.
No.
That entrance won't take that much time. But again.
We got that going.
But again, he was on. So was his wife. He must have fucked up something, man. She's in all of his shit now. He ain't allowed to go anywhere by himself. She's on his podcast.
Wow.
On LFG. Now she's showing up on NXT. He did something, man. He fucked the mail lady or
oh my god,
something.
Wild accusations.
More like Michelle, not so cool.
Jesus. Wow. So much for devoted husbands across the country, right? Can't get some time alone.
Before we get into the last thing, podcast to listen to after you listen or watch this one. Nikki Bella was on Cody Rhodes this week. Really good, fun stories about Bryan Danielson loving all things penis. How's that?
I saw that clip come out, yeah.
Drew McIntyre was on Impulsive after, they beat the shit out of Jelly Roll and Logan Paul went through the table on Kimmel. And that is going to be the best fucking celebrity match. And I cannot wait for it. But yeah, those two podcasts I listened today. So check that out.
Nice. We can't really get into the comings and goings of AEW programming because again we're recording on Wednesday, but I did see this discourse on my Twitter. So of course they're coming off All In, big show, 25,000 plus fans, and now they're doing the Chicago residency. They're at the Aragon Ballroom, which I think has about like 1,100 fans, and I saw some people go like, "Man, you went from this because that stadium looked fantastic. It was big, and now you're in this little building."
Well.
And some people were like, this makes them look second rate. And I wanted your guys' opinion. Like, is that a factor to you when you're like watching wrestling that you see that, or like, is this the same venue they were in last week? Yes. Yeah. They're there for like 3 weeks in a row.
I loved it. It looked like medieval times.
I was going to say,
they had the balconies,
like you're walking down like Six Flags and like on the right hand side and like down like the main strip, right?
So good.
I think it looked unique. Like last week when Timeless Tony, she was in there in like one of the curved balcony. Mm-hmm. I thought it looked unique.
Well, then on Saturday, Kev, because I know you didn't watch Collision. I think you were in the mountains or something. Somebody else was in the balcony, and I don't remember who it was, but Tony Storm just walks out. She goes, "Nope, I'm the only balcony bitch here. This ain't happening."
That's funny.
I want to see people jump from the balcony.
I would rather see that than what AEW was having a lot of like early in the year of like, we're in the 15,000 arena and we have 3,000 people here. Yeah. And it's like, it's so dark. You can barely see the crowd. It's clearly, remember Edge's debut, and he likes to go on both sides of the ring and do the thing. And like he went to the one side, was like, oh shit, there's no people here. Okay, I guess I'll go. I'd rather have this and the uniqueness, even if it's small. The people are there, are going to be passionate. It makes the product a little more enjoyable, I think. I'd rather have that than the like we got 2,500 people in a 10,000 seat building like that. Well, that just comes across as stale to me, and that does affect my enjoyment because I'm like, God, people don't care, and I think people care when you see it in the small building.
The crowd and shit doesn't really matter to me. I've never been one of those guys, but think about it. During the Attitude Era, every pay-per-view and every big event the WCW had, it was a different stage. It was a different setup. It wasn't exactly the same. Now, obviously, these smaller venues like Chicago have balconies all around. Like those are things that I think add to this. Like I said, when I saw what it was, I was on Collision because I didn't watch Dynamite last week. I was like, wow, this really does look cool. And Brian, the stadium thing for All In, they had 29,000 or whatever they had, but that place holds like 70.
Yeah, but at least it looked big. It looked impressive from what I saw.
They shot it the right way.
Yes.
But no, I mean, one doesn't have anything to do with the other.
Okay.
For me, anyway. I mean, if it looks cool, like I said, it looks like that's the medieval times entertainment.
Yeah. Kev, any final on that?
I think
boring you?
Riveting.
I know I talk a lot, Kevin.
Yeah. I just had the longest yawn of my life. I mentioned it. I just like the uniqueness.
Yeah.
Like when in events in the Hammerstein Ballroom, it looks cool,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
This one, never saw it before. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
And that's where I think for three straight weeks, maybe a slightly bigger venue could have been chosen if they really wanted to sell more tickets. But I feel like Tony was like, forget it. I don't care about the money. I want something that looks cool or unique. Yeah. So that's probably what he was going after.
I've been to that place, the Aragon Ballroom. Yeah. Back in Lansing, I did the train to Chicago and saw Rob Zombie play there.
I thought that's what that.
Wow.
When you said you thought you were there, I was like, that's the zombie show.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That was me and the ex-girlfriend. That was a surprise, honey. We're going to see Rob Zombie in Chicago.
The coward.
What a romantic.
The coward.
As you guys can attest, the end of the night, back in the hotel room, she proved once again she was a living dead girl.
Oh, wow!
Just kidding.
I don't have a thing for that.
I love Brian.
I love Brian. He's a great guy.
Thank you, Peter. Yes, thank you. All right, spot of the week. My spot of the week. Going back to that TNA Slammiversary, in that ladder match, and we talked about the AJ Francis stuff, but if you haven't seen, they break all the ladders, and Matt Hardy's going to the back to get a new ladder, and Jeff Hardy commandeers a production worker.
Oh,
he grabs a little remote, hits a button, and a rope ladder drops from the ceiling into the ring, like commando style.
Well, I have to find that.
Yeah, it's very cool. And so he ends up climbing the rope ladder. He's all swinging to win the title. And, you give Jeff Hardy all the credit in the world. Even though he's on a rope ladder, he still did the Jeff Hardy dance on the rope ladder while he's swinging. That's my spot of the week.
What I loved about that, too, is on commentary. They gave him props for reimagining the ladder match, which he did.
Yes. I never seen that.
I never thought that.
Yeah.
Don't even thought it, let alone
absolutely
see
not.
It.
I'm flabbergasted. I need to find that.
It's crazy. I got a little nervous because it was starting to move a little.
Absolutely.
I will tell you this. Anything that Jay and I could even say would never top what is mentally going on in my head. Thinking that Jeff Hardy's flipping around.
Almost, man. Yeah.
Does he jump off the ladder?
No. He just climbed up and just
well, I mean, he grabbed the belts and then dropped them.
Yeah, one of them just fell to the ground. And we just ignored that because who cares?
Yeah, that's the only spot of the week that matters.
It
was
awesome.
So good.
Love it. Well,
and I care about Jeff Hardy in 2025. What the fuck?
We did not see this coming.
What is going on here? Was that in my predictions too?
We'll go back and check. But we do want to say rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne, man. I was bummed. I was sad to see that. I found out scrolling Twitter, but what I saw was Metallica's Twitter of them from probably 87 with Ozzy, and there's no caption other than a broken heart emoji. And I was like, no. And then I saw the news. I was really bummed about that. He's and we'll talk about just our favorite moments with him, but wild that just over 2 weeks ago, he had that final concert back at the beginning, and now he's gone, man. So rest in peace to Ozzy. Guys, any favorite memories? Obviously, he's a WWE Hall of Famer. I failed to mention that. I had to make sure. I was like, he is, right? And he absolutely is. So any Aussie memories from wrestling, music, or anything else?
I'd have to go back and tally up how many times I've either seen Ozzy solo, right? Or Black Sabbath reuniting and everything. Because I think there's either 4 or 5 Ozfests. He played it louder than life. And Valentine's Day, my senior year in high school, shit knows I wasn't going on a date. So I went, and it was reunited Black Sabbath, Pantera, and a band I didn't know about, and now they're my fave. Deftones actually was the first band. So that's what made me realize, like, okay, I'm really interested in this band that I didn't know of. And that was my first experience seeing Ozzy live. And I really feel like, if I'd have to really kind of think about it, probably 7 times at minimum. That might be the most I've ever seen any band. So
wow, right on.
Always could very, understand him when he's singing. Talking normal, you might get 1 or 2 words out of 100.
I've always wondered that, Kev. Seriously. But I don't know how we can know the song. We can hear the words in the song, but not when he's talking. I've never understood. I don't know if it's a gimmick or what that was. Like, unbelievable. And like you, Kev, I tallied up the amount of times I've seen him, and it was 0.
Really? Wow.
Maybe 1. But I went to an Ozfest with you, Brian, but I don't remember if he was there.
And that was when women,
and that was where women used to have take their tops off and just get airbrushed.
That was the thing. Angel wings or butterflies.
No, and then I was supposed to go there. They did a one-night Ozfest. It was supposed to be New Year's Eve. I think it was like Ozzy and Korn, like, and Manson.
Down in Dallas?
No, this was in LA.
Okay.
But I was supposed to go to UFC Jones Gustafson 2.
Oh my God.
And then that was like the 30th, and then the 31st was Ozfest. I got food poisoning, and I lost 14 pounds in 2 days.
Oh my.
And I had to sell all my tickets and everything because I couldn't leave my house. So look, I like Black Sabbath is cool. The songs are cool. I like the Black Rain album. I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good records on that Black Rain record. And I know it's not one of the classics in the early 70s and shit.
Right.
I don't know that. Like, I know some songs, but I couldn't, run down the list of records and singles and shit like that. It's great music. And there was a Shinedown was in Pittsburgh last night, and apparently they did a couple tributes. Bush was the opener. I didn't even know that. If I'd have known Bush was there, I would have went. I guess Gavin was talking about it all night during the set and like was barely keeping his shit together. And I just realized that the joke should have been, if I'd known Bush was there, I would have went down.
Hi-yo.
Oh my.
Womp womp womp. No.
Yeah, get me.
Yeah, I ended up at the not heavy metal, a like 90s alternative mainstream rock concert of Collective Soul Live and Our Lady Peace. And Collective Soul.
Love Our Lady Peace.
Yeah,
you're out there.
Somewhere out there. They played that. Live was phenomenal, and Collective Soul was fine. But yeah, they did the first verse of Crazy Train, and so that was their little tribute that they did as far as Ozzy goes. And man, that's the thing. Like, he's just an icon. Like, it's just I could have said to anybody in the world, Ozzy died.
My mom knows who that is.
Yeah, you know the name. It's Ozzy. Like, I know Detroit Red Wings fans, like, they called Chris Osgood Ozzy, but there's really one Ozzy that, like, universally, it's just him. And I mean, just what a contribution to music. And I think too, he's just a really, when you're younger, when we were younger, just having like you hear of like, ooh, he's so scary and he's into Satan, and like you're really worried about, like, I don't know if I should be listening to this. And then like you'd see interviews with the guy, and like later when like the Osbournes reality show came out, and you're like, this is like the nicest, most normal dude in like a lot of senses. That's like,
you're like, it's this guy bit a head off a bat.
Right.
This guy,
like all the crazy shit that you hear about, and then when you got to see like kind of the not on stage persona, it was just like he's just a dad with problems. He's got a wife that nags him. Like he's just a dude, and it was like that's pretty damn cool, man. So yeah, man, it's a loss. It's a big loss. So. Rest in peace, Ozzy. We will be back next week at some point, Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, with our SummerSlam preview and predictions. Jay, unfortunately, will not be able to join us, but he will give us our picks. So we'll make sure we include that and continue on with the picks of the year. It's youtube.com/That Wrestling Podcast, at That WrestlePod for social media, and whatamaneuver.net for your merchandise needs. Thanks for listening, my friends. Thanks for watching. We will talk to you next week to talk all things SummerSlam right here on That Wrestling Podcast. Enjoy.
Bye, Joe. We missed you.
You did hold up your end of the bar.
You both owe me $1,000.
Thanks for listening. Follow That WrestlePod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube.
1, 2, 3. That's it.